Today we're gonna go over my off-season training, nutrition, supplementation, game plan.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise.
To our winner, Julia Rene.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the off-season files. It is, you will not believe this, guys, 6:18 a.m. And the reason I'm telling you that is because today we're gonna go over my off-season training, nutrition, supplementation, game plan. And it's starting with what time I'm waking up. So you guys know that there's a portion of my prep where I was waking up at 3:30 a.m., waking up at 4 a.m. My sleep was so off. So one thing that I have been prioritizing ever since I gotten into my off season is my sleep. So I'm gonna be going over stuff like that too. So I have been, since my cardio has been decreased to 35 minutes, like I explained in the last episode, there's no need for me to be waking up super early. So it's actually more beneficial for me to be sleeping in and catch up on all the sleep that I've been missing. So we're gonna go over my routine and everything that has changed and updated. But first we're gonna start off with our morning journaling. One thing that I've been doing for this entire last prep that I still want to keep is I found this playlist on Spotify that I really love, and it has different hertz for different relaxation, concentration, focus. So what I'll just do is I'll just shuffle play when I'm doing my morning routine and my journaling, and listen to this, and it's just it's amazing. Okay, so if you're not somebody that is familiar with journaling, you haven't gotten into it, maybe you struggle with getting into it, Zach and I actually made this journal, the Know Your Power journal, and it's a daily guided journal. And I'm gonna find a page that is blank for you guys. And there's a morning section and there's an evening section. So in the morning section, we have your top 3 priorities, what your intention is, gratitude, your body, putting a statement that you're going to do with your body. So I behavior, describe behavior at time and location. So if you're really trying to get in the habit of doing cardio or go to the gym, I will go to the gym and do 25 minutes of cardio at 6 a.m. at my Gold's Gym or whatever it is. And then a little place for you to free write, whatever you're feeling. And then there's a time for the evening where it's recapping your day, magical moments, are you on track with your goals, on track, off track, what's happening for tomorrow, stuff like that. So if this is something that you struggle with, it's always linked in the description, and it's something that you can do every single day. And I know I have a little lumpy hair, guys. I really need to wash my hair. I know this next thing is a little bit weird and doesn't really have anything to do with health and fitness, but it's something that I started doing in prep, and I don't really think that I told you guys that I started doing it because it's super silly, but you guys know how much I love my ice roller, that I had, and I still love that ice roller. But what I started doing is getting these ice cubes because for some reason our house didn't come with an ice maker, so we actually have ice trays. So I don't know why, but I like the cubes way better, and doing ice on my face in the morning is so refreshing. I don't wash my face with soap in the morning before I go and do cardio because I have naturally dry skin, and the more that I wash it, the more that it's going to dry it out. So I try to wash my face when I get back from cardio and I have sweat. So I will literally make almost an ice roller with this, and I will do this on my face, and I have another paper towel. This is just genuinely, I'll be sitting here in the morning and I have this under here to catch the water. But It's like more intense than the ice roller because it's like straight up ice on your face. But every morning that I have been doing this, it helps reduce the inflammation that I have maybe like around my eyes from sleeping, you know, from shoving your face in the pillow. And it's like my added little skincare refresh in the morning, and I love it. Okay guys, so since I only have 35 minutes of steady state cardio on the Stairmaster, it goes by pretty quick compared to how long I used to be here at the gym. So I started my ab training after my cardio. So for this circuit, I started with 30-second vacuum holds. So first you want to exhale all the air out of your lungs. Then imagine you're pulling your belly button to your spine. Suck in your stomach as much as possible, drawing your belly button inward and upward. Try to hold it for 10 seconds at first and work your way up in time. Then after that, I'm gonna do 15 leg lifts, really slow and controlled, really focusing on feeling it in my lower abs. Next, immediately moving into 15 reps of seated crunches, using your hand to keep your torso upright and your back flat. Then in the same position, do 15 toe taps, keeping your core tight and making sure you don't make a round in your back. Then rest for 90 seconds and complete 4 rounds. Okay guys, so a couple hours have been by and I'm getting ready to make my snack. So usually when I have a sniggity snack, I typically make my snacks higher protein and lower carb. So I'm using I wanted to share the recipe with you guys, the Chunk Light Tuna in Water. They do make some that have like other stuff in it, like olive oil and stuff, but for me, I would rather just like add my own ingredients in it based off of like how I'm feeling. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I do 1 whole can, and in 1 can, there's 24 grams of protein. I love tuna, and because it's so like inexpensive and it's so high in protein, so we're gonna do the light mayo. So this is the fat-free one. I barely. Just to add a little bit of creaminess, and then Cholula. I usually just kind of like switch up whatever hot sauces that I want with it. And then I'm gonna do salt. And then I'm actually gonna cut up these pickles that we get from the farmer's market and then mix it in. Okay, we're gonna add the pickles in. Literally just like, what I like about this is that you can just make it however you want. That's a lot of pickles, but that's how I like it. And you can put whatever seasoning. There's been times where I put like garlic powder, onion powder, sometimes paprika, stuff like that. And then I'm gonna put them on some rice cakes, and then we'll put some toppings. Okay guys, these tomato basil rice cakes are so good, and you can't find them at every grocery store. So I've literally like, I'm almost done with them and I need to get more. So this is gonna be my base. And on top of it, we get these pickled onions at the farmer's market, and they're so good. This is one stanky meal. And then I managed to secure the everything but the elote seasoning from Trader Joe's. Guys, if you haven't tried this, you have to. This is one of my favorite snacks, and it's so easy. Usually I would also have like spinach at the bottom, but the spinach that I got from the last video, as soon as I opened it, I was like, this has already gone bad, and it smelled disgusting. So I was like, I'm not gonna use it. And there'll be days where I can swap this for like chicken breast, and this is something that you can prep and have ready to go, so that you can just have it all week. Just like prep it all together, put it in a container, and then you can serve it out each time. You can also do it with chicken and make like a little chicken salad. It's delish. Oh god. Stinky, but delish. Okay guys, so I am eating my pre-workout meal. So I've been doing overnight oats for my pre-workout meal because I want it to be something that's super quick, that I don't have to prepare. I was just getting so tired of like having to warm up and prepare my meals when I was on prep that I was like, let's just make it so it's easier. So I have oats, buff chick protein powder in fudge brownie, which is my favorite flavor. And then I just put a little bit of fat-free whip on top. Delicious. So what I want to do is I want to go over the game plan for my nutrition, and it's going to be cut up into 3 different phases. So I have my notes right here because when I first did my check-in with Coach, when you guys saw from the last video, he always sends me like a video back explaining like what we're doing, why we're doing it, and this one was more extensive with the game plan of what we're going to do. And I was over here thinking like, oh, we're just going to like, you know, slowly like increase my calories and blah, 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 blah. But the way that he explained it, I wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it was really important. So a couple notes is like, when we're doing this, it's going to be in 3 different phases. So the first phase is going to be the reverse diet. The second phase is going to be like a solidifying stage. And the third phase is going to be the growth phase. So the reason that it's cut up into each phase is that if I went from the low calories that I had for my prep to get me to 7-ish% body fat straight to a growth phase level of calories, I would put on a bunch of weight very quickly. It might even be really difficult for me to get all of that food in because my stomach is a lot smaller now. So by doing it in this way, it's going to help me maintain the best physique that I can while bringing my calories back up to maintenance. So during this reverse stage, this is one of the most important parts and the hardest parts of bodybuilding prep because you are a lot hungrier. You do have a little bit more freedom with food, and your body is trying to return back to homeostasis. And that's one of the goals here too, is that, and for me to get my period back. And that happens with eating more calories and supplementation, which I will explain later in the evening too, because I am taking some things too that are gonna help me, you know, get my period back. And I'm gonna like keep you guys posted on all of that stuff. So this first phase of the reverse, depending on the person, can be anywhere from 7 to 12 weeks. So just getting your body back to a healthy place after bodybuilding prep takes a lot longer than people realize. And we need to do that first before we can even go into a growth phase. I need to make sure that I'm healthy, that my levels are where they need to be before I get my period back, before we can even go into a growth phase. So that could be anywhere from 7 to 12 weeks. So during the 7 to 12 weeks of the reverse, the goal is to slowly bring myself back to maintenance level calories. So for example, say your maintenance level calories, and the maintenance level calories is the calories that you need to maintain your physique without gaining or losing any weight. So say like your maintenance level calories, let's use easy numbers, 2,000. Say it's 2,000 calories and you don't gain or lose any weight. And you were in a deficit of 1,500 calories. So if you were in a reverse diet, what you would want to do within the 7 to 12-ish weeks, depending, you know, on the person, you would slowly want to increase your calories all the way back up to that 2,000. So maybe going from 1,500 calories, 1,600, 1,700, you get my drift. So that is the goal right now within these 7 to 12 weeks. So each week I'll be updating you guys on like when the calories increase, all of these things. And the second phase is like a solidifying phase. So 6 to 8 weeks depending on the person, and the goal is to solidify the maintenance intake. So basically for 6 to 8 weeks, I will be in my maintenance level calories, just staying there, training hard and solidifying that as my maintenance level calories again, because I haven't been there in quite some time now. And then the last phase is the growth phase, and the time frame for this really depends on the person. It also depends on what I want my bodybuilding competition season to look like next year. Like, am I going to be competing at the end of the year next year? Am I going to be competing next year at all? And I won't know any of this until we go through these phases and see how things are working. Because in a growth phase with bodybuilding, you obviously want to make improvements. I don't want to go back on stage and have the same size glutes that I did this last time, because they're just gonna tell me the same thing, you know what I mean? So this growth phase really is going to depend on my season next year. And the goal is to now push the food to a bit of a surplus. So let's use the example again of the maintenance level calories of being 2,000. Now in that growth phase, you'd want to push the surplus a little bit above that. So say we go to 2,200 calories, 2,300, 400, or whatever. During this phase, I think a lot of people think that you need to push the surplus an extreme amount in order to get muscle gain. And I feel like that's a very old school way of thinking for bodybuilding, and trust me, I've done that before. But at that time, you can't guarantee that those calories are going to be used for muscle. A lot of the times, those calories end up turning into body fat that you now later have to get off during your bodybuilding prep. In short, those are the three phases. First, right now, with us together, we are going to be going through the reverse phase, where we're slowly trying to increase my calories, we're getting healthy again, returning my body back to homeostasis, reducing inflammation, getting my period back. It's like reverse dieting / like get healthy again. The second stage is going to be a solidifying stage, where solidify my calories at my maintenance level. Then the third stage is the growth phase, where we're going to do a bit of a surplus, really be pushing the weight in the gym. I'm still gonna be pushing the weight in the gym regardless, because this increase in calories that I already have, because I'm not used to it, I already feel stronger in the gym. But one thing that my coach said that I thought was really awesome to mention is that it's really important to go through each of these phases, and each one of these phases primes you for the next one. So the reverse primes you for the solidifying stage, and the solidifying stage primes you for the growth phase. And it's so easy to want to like jump from one to another, you know, going straight from like a deficit to a bulk, you know. And one thing that he said too that I really didn't even think about was, he says, if you don't take time to solidify each phase and give your body enough time before going into a cut, it's easy for all that new muscle that you put on to fall right back off once you're in a deficit, which makes complete sense. So say that I were to go from like my cutting phase right now, like straight to my maintenance level calories, and then go right back into a cut, like that doesn't give me enough time to, you know, solidify my calories, put on muscle mass, and then the muscle mass that I do put on, right when I go back into a deficit, it's going to just like fall back off. So that's why it's good to give your body enough time with a certain amount of calories to actually see the results, which is something that I teach my clients a lot too. And whenever I was coaching myself, it was so easy to, when you don't see the results that you want, like slashing calories or increasing calories way too quickly, when you need to give your body enough time to adjust to the changes that you are making and like solidify it before you make adjustments. So I hope this explains the three phases. I did the best that I can explain it per my coach. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. And we're going to do a workout. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing and what I've changed with my training for the next 2 weeks. And then later in the video, I'm gonna explain like how I'm actually breaking up like my calories depending on my training schedule. Okay guys, this is the gym fit for today. I'm wearing 3 different brands. So I have this beautiful bra from Buff Bunny. It's definitely a lot tinier than something I normally wear, but I still feel really secure. I think it's the Aura bra, maybe. And then this cover from Gymshark, and then these are from Alphalete, which is they're just a go-to. Like they never, sorry the light keeps adjusting, but they never do me wrong. And then my little Asics shoes, I always just wear these. They're just so comfortable. I wish I knew, I can't remember what they're called, and if I do, I'll put it in the comments. But they're so comfy and I love them. I definitely need to wash them. And then some Buff Bunny scrunch socks, but this is the fit for today. Guys, I'm struggling with the focus on my camera so much. Ian editing this is probably so mad at me, but that's the fit. Okay guys, so we're at the gym, so I want to real quickly explain for the next 2 weeks what we're doing. So I mentioned it a little bit in the last video, but I'm actually going to show you today what the workout is going to be looking like. So for the next 2 weeks, we're doing a deload. So the purpose of doing a deload is to help reduce inflammation, give the body a little bit of a break without like completely just stopping training. So what my coach has directed me to do is on each day for my workout, which you guys know, Mondays is typically my like HIIT workout because we took out the upper body. Tuesday is legs, Wednesday is rest, Thursday is legs. Friday is the same kind of HIIT workout or a yoga session, and Saturday is legs again. So what he has instructed me to do is on Mondays and on Fridays to just do yoga. Like if I want to, you know, but obviously like I do. So that's what I've been doing. So yesterday, that's what I did. And I'm also considering like, should I just keep this up like for the rest of the off season and almost like sprinkle in an upper body day, kind of like how I've been doing with my quad days, where all 3 of my leg days, which are on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, are glute and ham focused, and every other week we add in some more quad focused stuff because the intention was to put all of the focus this past season on my glutes and hams to get them to grow because my quads grow really quickly, and it worked. So that's just something that I've been thinking about. So what he wants me to do is go to my workout that I'm instructed for the leg day, which today is actually the more quad focused one. I'm gonna pick 3 to 4 workouts. I'm gonna do 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps of each, no more than 30 to 40 minutes of a workout, and that's it. The weight is going to be very light. It's more like a glute pump workout, kind of like what we did in preparation for my last show. So I am going to show you guys exactly what this looks like. When I'm doing these workouts, like it's very slow, it's very methodical, like I'm not pushing really hard, very lightweight, just focusing on time under tension and really feeling it where I need to. So we're first probably start with quads and then we'll move on to glutes and hams. Okay, so we started with the leg extension machine and I did 3 sets of 15 reps here. I did pretty lightweight and was really focusing on feeling the stretch in my quads at the bottom of the movement and really squeezing at the top. Even though the weight was really light here, I got a pretty crazy pump, which was honestly insane. So next I moved into a lying leg curl. Typically I do a seated leg curl, but that's what was available at my gym today. And honestly, I'm glad I did because I was able to feel it in my hamstrings in a different way. So for these, I did 3 sets of 15 and really let my legs stretch all the way out and squeeze at the top. Then I moved into a glute ham press. I love this machine not only because it targets your quads, but also activates your glutes and hamstrings too. I placed my feet a little bit wider and my toes slightly pointed out and held for a little bit longer at the bottom of the movement before pushing back up. I did 3 sets of 15 here as well. Then for my final movement, I did glute kickbacks for 3 sets of 20 on each leg. Again, with very light weight, I hinged my torso forward, keeping my back straight over the cable and kicked up and really focus on that squeeze at the top. And on the way down, I'm making sure that I don't lose connection with my glute by letting that working leg knee go too far forward. And that was my deload workout for today. Okay guys, we are done with the workout. It's so weird like going in there and just like honestly like I said last time, I don't want to just say the same things over and over, but I wasn't expecting to enjoy it, but it's kind of nice to go in there and just not die. You know what I mean? But honestly, what I've been noticing about training this way is that because it's slightly different than how I'm used to training, I am getting sore. And now soreness isn't necessarily an indicator of having a good workout. Soreness is, it could be, but also it's an indicator that you have targeted a muscle that maybe you aren't used to. So for example, when you first start like a new workout program, most of the time you're sore because it's workouts that you're not used to and it's a level of intensity that you're not used to. And then eventually that workout program, your body gets used to it. Your body's used to that level of pain associated with those exercises. And then when you add a different workout and you're like, oh my God, like I'm sore again, because you're targeting that muscle in a different way. So I feel like that's what's happening, is that I'm doing a lot of the same exercises that I would, but my tempo and my pace and the squeeze and stretch are like more intense. So I've been getting sore, which is strange, but my body isn't like fatigued at all. And I feel like I can still make it to my next leg days and stuff. So we're gonna go home, eat some food, and talk more about stuff. Okay guys, dinner time. So I fell in love with cucumbers while I was on prep. I know you probably are thinking like, how she ate so many, how? But what I did was, let me show you. This is the key. Cucumbers, they're super filling for me. Like I'm always super hungry and snacky at night. So this salsa from HEB, so if you don't have HEB, I apologize. This seasoning from Trader Joe's, so good. Or you can literally just do salt. So I also have a 0 sugar Dr. Pepper with these True Lime packets. It makes it so good. It's so simple. I got these on Amazon, and it's basically like one of them is equal to like squeezing a lime into it, and it's like, yeah, I could just buy limes, but I don't know. I like this better. And then I have a very smushed taco here. The tortilla was like getting hard because we got them at a restaurant, and like warming them up again, is just never the same. So I have 93 lean beef in here, a little bit of avocado, pickled onions, the elote seasoning, super good. So I'm going to finish by telling you guys the game plan. So similar to when I was on prep, I am still doing my training days, which are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, are my moderate calories. And then my rest days, which are Sunday and Wednesday, when I'm not doing that much physical activity, those are my lowest calories. Now, on my Saturday workout, which we always do our high carb day, and we intentionally put it with one of my leg days. So that's my high carb day. So we're still kind of throughout the week, I'm going from moderate calories, lower calories on my rest day, moderate, high. And that spike of the calories at the end of the week is super great. We've increased my calories by, I think it's anywhere between 250 and 300 so far. And like I was telling you guys before, our intention is to just at week by week is like slowly increase it so that we don't put on too much body fat all at once really quickly. So that's what I'm doing, with the intention of getting back to my maintenance level calories, which is gonna be so awesome. So we're obviously not there yet, but we're working our way there. Now, I wanna go over my nighttime routine now. Okay, so another thing that I was telling you guys is that I want to, our goal is to get my period back, and I want to have better sleep. So one of the things that I have been loving, these have been my nighttime go-tos. So Ian got me this one. It's like the best magnesium supplement that I have ever tried. I do 1 scoop a night. The brand is XYMOGN. So good. This one's a berry flavor and it's delicious. I love it. And Ian is super picky about what he eats and puts in his body. So I very much trust him. This is something that my coach recommended for me. I used this last off season and I'm using it again. It's from the brand Euthenix and it's a little dropper. And the serving size is 1 milliliter. So I do 1 milliliter per night and it's chasteberry. So the reason that we're putting this in is because I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Chasteberry encourages your period to come back. And the crazy thing too is when I was like researching this a little bit more, when my coach added it back in, it said that putting these two together is like amazing because we want to get my hormones back regulated, and this is going, it's like a natural way of encouraging my menstrual cycle to come back in a healthy way. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted. I've been doing this every evening. I'm just gonna take it right now because honestly, and it doesn't taste bad. I just like take it every night. And for here it says balance estrogen dominance, support healthy menstrual cycles, support menstrual discomfort, support healthy stress response and mood. So I don't know, try it out. Might be weird, but that's the game plan, guys. So I hope this gave you a little idea. I love you guys so much and you are more powerful than you think. Bye.